the biggest story of the offseason, I'd say arguably the biggest free agent move or player move was your decision to leave Valor and head over to Pacific. So if you could just give us maybe a brief timeline when you knew you wanted to leave and when you ultimately decided that
Mhm.
Pacific was the place you wanted to go.
Yeah, well, towards the end of the season, my goal was obviously, well, getting into the season will start. My goal to come here, come into the CPL, a new league, and make a stamp on the league in the time frame that I had. My ultimate goal was really, come into the league, remind people what I'm about. I kind of got lost a little bit in the last 2 years, and I feel like I did that. And once the season came to an end, it was kind of like I was kind of in a patient mode. I've never been in a situation where I was a free agent because I've always been under contract since signing pro. So that was new to me. It was mostly just a lot of days where me and my agent in constant contact, me and Rob Gale in constant contact, um, and obviously just receiving calls from different teams, not only in CPL but kind of all over the map. And I got a call from Pamaduka, obviously the coach of Pacific. He reached out to me and told me, hey Bustos, how you doing? I'm gonna be the new coach of Pacific, and I'd love to bring you here to get together again. Our time together. A lot of people don't know mine and Paz history. We played together, and he was a big mentor of mine, probably one of the biggest in my career so far. And I felt like that was an opportunity that I couldn't let slip. I wanted to reach my next level, and I felt like at Pacific is the place where that would let me thrive that bit more to reach the next level. And that's my goal, obviously, and anyone else's goal, to play at the highest level they can. And I felt like Pacific could give me that little bit slight better opportunity than I felt Valor could. But again, it's nothing against Valor. I enjoyed my time there, but I felt like I needed a change. I didn't feel like being in Winnipeg was gonna push me to my limits. I needed to be in a place that was gonna push me every day, every single day to try and ultimately win something in the league and get out of the league.
And I'm sure Kurt and Ollie are
So
going to want
that's
to pop in here with a follow up, but just to make sure that I understand what you're saying is, so you basically had it in your mind towards the end of the season that this was probably going to be your one and only go around with Valor,
uh
and you were open to exploring other things at that
mhm.
point.
Yeah, it wasn't a certain thing that after the season that I was, right in my head, I want to leave Valor. That's not the case. It came around Christmas time where things got to get a bit serious. And then after Christmas, I was in constant contact with both clubs. And when I obviously had to make a decision, probably 2 weeks into January, I needed to make a decision, and obviously threw everything on the table, the pros and cons of both, and obviously talked with my family, and that was, the end decision was to come to Pacific FC.